Hola, hola. Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la Esperanza Vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Holy moly, you guys. I have to show you this reading that I just did. I was going to do this new moon in Gemini reading that we're doing right now after I ran a few errands today and knocked some chores off my to-do list. But I just did a 15-minute 3-card pull for a client and remotely, by the way. I mean, here's the reading right here. I left it right here on the table just to show you that this deck today is screaming. I was like, holy moly, like this deck's talking today. It's screaming. Oh my goodness. So check this out. I had them. This is the reading. Can you see that? The High Priestess reversed. 8 of Cups. And the Moon. Okay. And I had the cards down like this. Like I always do, you know? And I'm like, oh, okay, near past. Like, oh yeah, the High Priestess. This is what she means upright. This is what she means reverse. Oh, a lot of moon symbolism here, you know. We're getting in touch with our intuition. There's a new lunation coming up pretty soon, so we might have some moon themes happening, whatever. Oh, 8 of Cups. Once again, the moon is represented here. Some symbolism about following your intuition. And, don't mind if I just, pull the moon card as, I mean, in 2 major arcanas in a 3-card pull. And it's all like moon, moon, moon. I was just like, holy moly, this deck is calling out today. This deck is like, yeah, maybe follow your intuition. I don't know. I'm just, you know, just hint, the deck says. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's, all I gotta say is the cards never lie. The cards never lie. I lie. You lie. Cards never lie. Alright, let me try to get set up here again where you can see my pretty lilies over there. Maybe just a little further like that. Those lilies came from my yard. It's better with a, I think, without. Just keep the candle over here by me. Less lighting for the camera here to worry about. So, how's everybody been? Coming up in the new moon in Gemini here this weekend on the 17th. And this Gemini energy is Mercury energy, right? So what does Mercury rule? What's air element all about? Well, that's about thoughts, communications, emails, texts, radio, mass media, any type of signals, short distance travel, neighbors, siblings, cousins, close people in your immediate circle, you know, familiarity. Mercury was the winged messenger, you know, that brought the messages to the heavens from Earth and vice versa. Hermes, quickness, you know, these are quick thinking people. They might be witty, they might be clever, they might be a little bit of shit starters because intellectually they get so bored that they can sort of be troublemakers sometimes. But that's just because they're clowning, you know. Many a Gemini has clowned and not realized that they've hurt somebody's feelings while they were doing it. You know what I mean? They just get like bored and antsy, and because they're very intellectually quick-minded. And sometimes Geminis can be gossipy. That can get that Mercury energy into trouble. So with this new moon, we're getting a chance to have new starts in terms of the way that we communicate with ourselves and others. You know, self-talk, self-communication is really paramount to our relationships with others. You know, like how we talk to ourselves makes a big, huge difference in how we approach others. So it's any kind of talk, you know, if you have just the talk inside your head, or outside your head. It can also do with music and creativity. We're dealing with a Venus and Leo currently, and Venus is the energy that rules like love, money, beauty, worth, self-worth. And in Leo, she gets a bit of a boost, a bit of an ego boost. So while we're working out our thoughts, we can also, you know, paint our nails and get a haircut and let our own beauty shine more out in the open for others to partake in, and possibly to take that example and roll with it in their own lives. I saw a meme that said, "The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion." I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. New moon in Gemini, new moon in Gemini. What is the energy that all of us tuning in right now can expect? What is useful for us to know? What can we tune into in this new moon in Gemini? We are the querent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tarot, tried and true. What's it say? How do it do? Help me say what I can see. Tarot, talk to me. Could you please let us know what energies we can expect surrounding this new moon in Gemini? Thank you. Let's play. This is us. This is what's crossing us. Near past, near future, our conscious awareness, our subconscious awareness, how we see ourselves in the situation, how others see us in the situation, our hopes and fears, and the likely outcome. All right. Thank you for tuning into Esperanza, Vence. Donde la Esperanza, Vence. Thanks for tuning in to the moon and in where hope wins. Always got to keep up that hope, you know? Even if we're doomed, well, we might as well have fun with it. Yeah. This is us, Nine of Pentacles. Love this version of the Nine of Pentacles in this deck. Gosh, is she ever beautiful. As a challenge, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Your past, Six of Cups reversed. Your future, the Sun. Oh, speaking of Leo energy. Oh, golly, do I ever love sunflowers. Conscious awareness. Aw, Five of Pentacles. I don't think I've literally ever pulled the Five of Pentacles out of this deck before. That's just such a sorrowful image. Oh gosh, it's so sweet. Subconscious awareness, Two of Pentacles. How we see ourselves during this new moon in Gemini. King of Swords reversed. How others see us. The Magician. You think I'm the Magician. You see me as the Magician. I see myself as King of Swords reversed. Hopes and fears. Judgment. Oh. And the likely outcome. Three of Swords reversed. This image reminds me of those like Ed Hardy tattoos back when, in the early 2000s. Such a fun time in my life. All right. Who are we? You know, what's the topic of conversation during this new moon in Gemini? What it is. Nine of Pentacles upright. Now, this is a person who is able to take care of themselves and even have a hobby on the side, you know, make a little bit of money, but also be able to establish themselves. Grapes take a long time to have a good crop off the vine. I think 7 years or maybe longer. And here with the Nine of Pentacles, you see someone who, speaking of that Venus energy too, for Venus, in order for Venus, and Venus is the planet of beauty and wealth, and Venus is the planet of love. Well, if you have enough wealth to feel beautiful, then it's easy to attract that love. Venus energy compels more Venus energy. The more there is, the more there is. So with this Nine of Pentacles, you see a solitary character, but that doesn't mean that they're not in a partnership. It just means that they can take care of themselves on their own terms. And they do like their me time. They do like time to do their falconry. I really identify with this card because I've always wanted to have that as a hobby. And she looks a little bit like me, but she's prettier. But the colors and the richness, purple is a patrician color, but this is the energy that we're pulling for the querent here for us in this new moon in Gemini as a challenge to us, or to the topic of conversation. We have the Wheel of Fortune. That's just luck. So we could have challenging luck, we could have challenging good luck, challenging bad luck, but whatever the change is going to be might pose a little bit of a challenge for us. However, like the Wheel of Fortune usually leans towards good luck when I pull it, as an obstacle, like stumbling over your own good luck. I mean, especially since a lot of these cards are positive, I would err on the side of good luck here, but since it's challenging, it just might be disruptive. Whatever luck that this moon is going to bring for us, good luck, bad luck, or anything in between, it's just going to be a little bit challenging and a little bit disruptive. So, in the near past, we have the Six of Cups reversed. Six of Cups upright is a card of like having a really homey, nostalgic feeling around someone. They don't have to be someone that you've known for a long time, but it gives you that feeling that you had when you were a little kid, and like you had your best friend, and there was that warm exchange of just being yourself around another person and having that youthful love, that innocent exchange between two people. These white lilies are born of purity, this purity of heart. Six of Cups reverse. Cups always deal with emotions and emotional feelings, and in the Six of Cups reverse, we might be dealing with, in the near past, so that was within the past couple of months, dealing with somebody that from our past that came in and we're having a hard time emotionally dealing with that relationship. Or there might be somebody from our past that we don't remember that fondly, and now we have to like bump into them again. In the near future, we have the Sun. This is a card of having a really healthy ego. This is a card of, like we were talking about Venus and Leo, having a little bit of a louder expression of our own selves, who we really are as a person. And it's interesting because in this Sun card, we have a couple. Most Sun cards, we have just one naked baby on a horse riding through town, waving their flag like they is somebody. Here we have two people looking at each other. So for me, this really embodies that Gemini energy. That Gemini always comes in twos, the twins, like twin souls, twin flames, twin egos. Each person here is causing their own growth so that together, they're really on fire. In the conscious awareness, we have Five of Pentacles. This is such a sad version of this card. Look how wounded he is, and she's just holding him. Whenever I see sort of like an image, and I used to paint, I painted an image like this once, and I gave it to a guy when I lived in Florida. So this had to have been like almost 20 years ago. But I just, oh my gosh, it hits my heart so hard to have an image of like somebody, like a grown man, like laying on a woman's chest, you know, and it's like, oh my goodness, you know, like we've all been there, you know, like I made a painting that was like the silhouette of that, of just like her holding him. It's so sad and it's so necessary too, you know. But Five of Pentacles is usually a card of just like feeling downtrodden, you know, maybe feeling like a little bit destitute, feeling, you know, your mind is on your money. You feel like there's no solution to something. You know, I mean the solution is within, but you just can't get there yet, you know, and they're in this together, you know, but they're still left out from the next level in life. The subconscious awareness is Two of Pentacles. This is really a card of just having a balancing act between responsibilities. You know, if you have a job and a side hustle, or if you're juggling anything, work life, home life, you know, responsibilities and fun, several projects, a couple projects at work or whatever. But the point of the card is that it's a delicate and precarious balance. Once eventually this is going to have to be set down. This can't go on forever, you know? It's not like there's choppy seas in the background, but eventually a storm will come, and it's not like you can stand there dancing like this forever. There's a time limit on how much you can balance. How do we see ourselves in this situation? King of Swords reversed. King of Swords upright is a patriarchal energy of truth and righteousness. This is being in really good touch with divine masculine energy of communication, thoughts, having strong thoughts and being able to express them and have a finality. Like, my word is final, but it's not because you're being a jerk about it. It's just because you make sense and people understand what you're saying. How we see ourselves right now is that maybe we are being a bit misunderstood. Maybe there is some bullshit afoot, and we need to get in tune with our masculine ability to assert our and vocalize, you know, our experience. How others see us in this situation? The Magician. The Magician is a card of someone who is able to pull down energy, that infinite energy from the heavens, as a conduit to bring this energy down and manifest here on earth. You know, they have all the tools at their disposal. They have, you know, the money, the intelligence, the emotional balance,